Hey there, friends. Welcome to Story Time with Andy. I'm so glad you're reading with us today. We have a really beautiful book today. It's called Last Stop on Market Street, and it's about a grandma, who you can see right here, and her little grandson, and they take the bus all the way until the last stop on Market Street, and you'll see the grandma is just so good at noticing beautiful things around her. She's really good at being present, which means she's paying attention to the people around her, to the sounds, to the sights, and so it's just beautiful to see how she interacts with people and how she teaches her grandson to do the same thing, to just look for beauty everywhere, right? And at the end of the book, they serve people in need, so it's just a beautiful book. I'm really excited to read it. Today's special shout out goes to my buddy Sabbath in New Mexico. Sabbath, I hope you enjoy this book, and I hope you are getting really good at seeing the beauty around you in your world, okay? All right, everybody, we are just about ready to read, but as always, get a piece of paper and a pencil or a crayon ready, because we're gonna draw at the end of the book. We are going to draw a picture of the bus, okay? So get your paper and pencil ready, and we are off to read. Here we go. This is Last Stop on Market Street by Matt De La Pena. CJ pushed through the church doors and skipped down the steps. The outside air smelled like freedom, but it also smelled like rain, which freckled CJ's shirt and dripped down his nose. He ducked under his Nana's umbrella, saying, "How come we gotta wait for the bus and all this wet?" "Trees get thirsty too," his Nana told him. "Don't you see that big one drinking through a straw?" CJ looked for a long time, but never saw a straw. From the bus stop, he watched the water pool on flower petals, watched rain patter against the windshield of a nearby car. His friend Colby climbed in, gave CJ a wave, and drove off with his dad. "Nana, how come we don't got a car?" "Boy, what do we need a car for? We got a bus that breathes fire, and old Mr. Dennis who always has a trick for you." The bus creaked to a stop in front of them. It sighed and sagged, and the doors swung open. "What's that I see?" Mr. Dennis asked. He pulled a coin from behind CJ's ear and placed it in his palm. Nana laughed her deep laugh and pushed CJ along. They sat right up front. The man across the way was tuning a guitar. An old woman with curlers had butterflies in a jar, and Nana gave everyone a great big smile and a "Good afternoon." She made sure CJ did the same. The bus lurched forward and stopped, lurched forward and stopped. Nana hummed as she knit. "How come we always gotta go here after church?" CJ said. "Miguel and Colby never have to go nowhere." "I feel sorry for those boys," she told him. "They'll never get a chance to meet Bobo or the Sunglass Man. And I hear Trixie's got herself a brand new hat." CJ stared out the window, feeling sorry for himself. He watched cars zip by on either side, watched a group of boys hop curbs on bikes. A man climbed aboard with a spotted dog, and CJ gave up his seat. "How come that man can't see?" "Boy, what do you know about seeing?" Nana told him. "Some people watch the world with their ears." "That's a fact. Their noses too," the man said, sniffing at the air. "That's a mighty fine perfume you're wearing today, ma'am." Nana squeezed the man's hand and laughed her deep laugh. Two older boys got on next. CJ watched as they moved on by and stood in back. "Sure wish I had one of those," he said. Nana set down her knitting. "What for? You got the real live thing sitting across from you. Why don't you ask the man if he'll play us a song?" And CJ didn't have to. The guitar player was already plucking strings and beginning to sing. "To feel the magic of music," the blind man whispered, "I like to close my eyes." And Nana closed hers too. So did CJ and the spotted dog. And in the darkness, the rhythm lifted CJ out of the bus, out of the busy city. He saw sunset colors swirling over crashing waves, saw a family of hawks slicing through the sky, saw the old woman's butterflies dancing free in the light of the moon. CJ's chest grew full, and he was lost in the sound, and the sound gave him the feeling of magic. The song ended, and CJ opened his eyes. Everyone on the bus clapped, and even the boys in back. Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm, and CJ dropped it into the man's hat. "Last stop on Market Street," Mr. Dennis called. CJ looked around as he stepped off the bus. Crumbling sidewalks and broken down doors, graffiti-tagged windows and boarded-up stores. He reached for his Nana's hand. "How come it's always so dirty over here?" She smiled and pointed to the sky. "Sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're a better witness for what's beautiful." CJ saw the perfect rainbow arcing over their soup kitchen. He wondered how his Nana always found beautiful where he never even thought to look. He looked all around them again, at the bus rounding the corner out of sight, at the broken street lamps still lit up bright, and the stray cat shadows moving across the wall. When he spotted their familiar faces in the window, he said, "I'm glad we came." He thought his Nana might laugh her deep laugh, but she didn't. She patted him on the head and told him, "Me too, CJ. Now, come on." The end. All right, Storytime friends, that was the beautiful book, Last Stop on Market Street, and we are going to draw a scene from the book today. I chose this page right here, which looks like we're staring right into the bus that they're taking. And so as you can see, it's gonna be a bunch of lines, bunch of rectangles and squares, okay? So this will be a great one for everybody to follow along with. I'm gonna try and leave it right there so you can kind of see it, okay? All right, so first, we're gonna draw a big rectangle, okay? And see how the corners aren't quite sharp, they're kind of rounded. So you can do that if you want, but we're gonna draw big rounded rectangle kind of right in the middle of the page. All right, just like that, perfect. There is the face of our bus that we're looking into. Now we're gonna draw the window. So we're gonna draw a smaller rectangle inside the rectangle that we just drew. Ready? Come down and over, back up, and back over. See, there is our window, okay? And it's got this line right here and it says 5 Market. That's how you know where the bus is headed. If you see a bus on the street, it will have the bus stop that it is going to. So we're gonna draw that little line right there. You can draw the number 5 and the word Market, M-A-R-K-E-T. So it's going to a Market Street stop. There's a little kind of, it looks like a loaf of bread up here, right? I think it's a light. You can draw that right up here, and then you can color that in later on, okay? All right, now see this blue rectangle down here? We can draw that. Like I said, it's lots of rectangles and squares in this one. And then it has another kind of bread loaf shape right in the middle with 2 lines, right? And then see this black rectangle down here? That's the bumper. We're gonna draw that one. So it doesn't quite come all the way down to the bottom, just kind of right above it. So you can start on one side and go across, and another side and go across. And you can color that in later on, okay? And then, whoops, we're gonna bring these lines all the way down, just like in the book, okay? It's got headlights right here. That way it can see when it's dark out and other cars can see it. So we do another rectangle and then 2 lines on the inside, another rectangle, and then 2 lines. And you can color that orange or yellow, something bright so that people know those are the headlights. And then it has the bus number right here. So you can write 0, 9, 2, 3. Or you can write any number you want in there. You can make up your own bus number. All right, we're gonna draw these mirrors here. So we're gonna do a triangle right there,
triangle right there. And then one rectangle just like that. That is how the bus driver sees what's going on behind him, right? Okay, what else do we need to draw? The wheels, okay? So we're looking at them straight on, so it really just kind of looks like two lines. So we're gonna do one line here, and over, and then one here, and here, and over, okay? We can go ahead and draw the street that it's on too. So you're just gonna draw a straight line across all of this, and we'll draw a curb up here so we know people are waiting at the bus stop, okay? All right, we need our windshield wipers. That way if it's raining or dirty, we can keep the windshield nice and clean for the driver. So you just make a line like that and up, and then one over here and up. And we need a steering wheel. That way we can move this bus all around town. So kind of do like a little half circle there. And I'm not going to draw the people because this is where I want you to get creative, okay? So I want you to draw yourself in there. Maybe it's you and a friend, maybe it's you and your grandma like in the book. I want you to draw whatever people you want in there, okay? So that is your job after this video. And we're going to write the title of the book, which is Last Stop on Market Street. So I'm gonna do it down here at the bottom, okay? You can draw it with me. L-A-S-T-O-P-O-N. And we already drew the word market, so you can look up there to see how to spell that one. M-A-R-K-E-T S-T-R-E-E-T. Last Stop on Market Street, our beautiful book about riding the bus to the soup kitchen. Okay, my reading friends, that is it for the day. I hope you really enjoyed that book and our drawing time. I would love to see your drawing. I get kids sending me their pictures all the time. I love to see it. So if you want, you can send that to me on our Facebook or Instagram page. I'd love to see your artwork. And as always, stay well and keep reading. Bye.